What is up, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. This is a little Koke honey. It's an Ethiopian, which I've been more into lately. I usually enjoy a little Costa Rican. Tasty. This one's from Slow Boom. So holy moly, do we got a lot going on. A lot of exciting stuff. I'm trying to stay focused because there's so much, but I want to keep it on the rails, as they say. So first things first, Blacklight Bash, Friday. Friends, family, everyone's welcome. We've talked about it a million times, but every year someone doesn't show up because they're like, oh, I didn't have a costume. Like, you didn't have to wear a costume. Oh, I didn't have time to go to the store and get anything. You don't have to bring anything. Just bring yourself and your smiles. Oh, I was watching my neighbor's kids. Bring them. We will have plenty of food. We'll have the bounce house. We have plenty of space. We're all good. Come down, hang out. Oh, why this thing? So I could, come for 30 minutes. Who cares? Right? Come down, hang out. I better see all y'all there. That's number one. Number two. Obviously, along with that, we got the Blitz and all that stuff going on. But once again, trying to keep it on the rails because I got some other stuff coming up. Number two, there is Redlands Runners are doing a point-to-point unsanctioned race where they're jumping on the train and taking it to San Bernardino and then running back, which is kind of fun. They're going to do that Saturday at 7 a.m. I won't be able to make that one, but if any of you runners are interested, I think Eddie, Alexia, and maybe a couple other people are doing it, so might be something fun to jump in on. Number three, you guys saw the new hoodies. They're up. All the coaches have photos, otherwise they're on Instagram. So for the pullover, which is like what I'm wearing, which is a pullover with a hood, there are two colors. There's black and what's called bone, which imagine like an off-white. Then in the crew neck, there is just black. Crew neck is like what I'm wearing minus the hood. And then there's a zip up that has a hood. That is also available in black. So zip up, just black. Crew neck, just black. Pullover, black and bone. Some good options there. I'll let that order sheet go for like a week and we'll get those ordered. Some people had asked me if I was going to make that into a t-shirt. I will. So stay tuned for those. That's our hoodies. Number three. With the programming, not only like we had talked about in the weeks previous, trying to really work on making it cohesive and fit better together. I'm trying to do better at, it's always hard to like technically program because things don't change, but better manage my time in order to macro program things and get 2 to 3 weeks ahead-ish. Along with that, we're going to continue with our block strength. We are also, and this is going to start next week, have a block conditioning tab, which will be like more just metabolic stuff. Some of the stuff that I do in the mornings, some of the other coaches do. One thing I always liked about conditioning, and people ask me about it, is one, cardiorespiratory endurance is, one of the best things you could do for yourself health-wise. But also, if you only have a little bit of time, so sometimes I do it in the mornings because I have a very little amount of time and maybe I can't do the class workout later on in the afternoon because I got a coach or Barrett's got a soccer game or something like that. Machine work is really simple because there's no setup and there's no warm-up. Like, you don't have to warm up. I mean, if you're going for a 2K max effort, but if you're doing, like for instance, this morning I did 6 rounds of like every 5 minutes, 1,000 meters on the bike, 500 meters on the skier, rest whatever's left in that 5 minutes. And sometimes during that rest, I'll do like some banded stretches. And I'll do 6 rounds of that, right? And the idea with that is that I didn't have to set anything up. I literally pull down a rower, I pull down a rower or a bike, and I start pedaling, and I'm all good to go. Hello, baby. Good to see you, buddy. And then and then obviously it warms itself up. But it's really simple, and it's 30 minutes. And then it's like I'm good. I got something in. I got 30 minutes of good conditioning work. And then maybe in between, maybe I'll do some push-ups, right, during the rest if I wanted to, like 10 push-ups. And now by the end of it, I've done 6,000 meters on the bike. I've done, always forget what it is. 357, 14, it's like 2250. Or sorry, no, because I was doing 500s. Yeah, so it's 3,000. So 6,000 bike, 3,000 on the ski, a couple push-ups, we're all good to go. But I digress. So that's the beauty of machine work. So we'll have the workout, a block strength tab, which will be the block strength, and we're going to do a better job at integrating that strength into the class and making sure it fits. And it's not like we're squatting in the strength on Monday and then we're squatting in the water on Tuesday. So just something I need to be better at as a programmer. And then little conditioning tab with some extra conditioning work, do with that what you will. And then a little bodybuilding tab. And the bodybuilding tab will be mainly some accessory lifts. So I've had a lot of people ask me about how to get better at handstand push-ups or pull-ups or build lat strength or stuff like that. So I'm just gonna start typing in kind of what I do throughout the week. And just put in there as some accessory lifts. And that stuff's pretty quick. That stuff's like 20 minutes, something like that. So a lot of exciting stuff on the programming side of the house. But to recap, Blacklight Bash on Friday, Redlands Runners point-to-point race on Saturday. Hoodie sign-up sheet is on the desk. Make sure you write down what you want and size and all that good stuff. If you have any questions about sizing, we do have some hoodies behind the counter. And it's going to be the same hoodie this year. And then the programming. Stay tuned for that new programming stuff. And then we got some other good collaborations coming up. I'm not going to totally let in, but it does have something to do with trail running. And it does have something to do with cycling. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. But let's get after it and have an awesome week. And thanks, guys. Deuces.